Today on the channel, we'll be unboxing the duck stuck in a world he never created. Here on... Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Newman, and today we'll be unboxing
Howard the Duck
from Hasbro Toys. Yeah, I know. This 1/12 scale figure measures 4.5 inches in height. It's made of plastic, it contains a few points of articulation, and comes with Scott Lang's head in a jar, and Khonshu's dismembered torso. Yeah, I know. So out of all the figures I could unbox, why am I unboxing Marvel Legends Howard the Duck? It's not new, it's not in demand. Why am I doing this? Well, you know what? I'm doing it because I love Howard the Duck. He lives rent-free in my head. I was obsessed with the movie as a kid. I had it on VHS, and I watched the hell out of it. When I happened across a social media post for a listing for this figure for only $12, I could not resist. I had to have this little guy on my display shelf. And like every modern millennial, I just can't do anything without putting a camera in front of myself and filming it. So I'm forcing everyone to watch this unboxing. So let's take a look at this box first. So this version is based off of the What If character model from the Disney Plus series. On the side we have the Khonshu Build-A-Figure, which I'll talk about that a little bit later. On the back we've got all of the accessories that come with this figure, which is essentially just Howard the Duck, the Khonshu figure, and Scott Lang's disembodied head. Turning to the side, we're going to have a look at the Watcher, as well as an image of Howard the Duck from the What If series. Alright, so yeah, that's it. Let's open this up. And here we go. Here is Howard the Duck, based on his What If appearance. So I gotta say, this is a really good looking sculpt. The paint application on this is very good as well. I do like the color of the suit. I like the hat. I like pretty much everything about this. This looks really good. I'm gonna be honest, this is my favorite appearance of Howard the Duck. I like him to look a little bit like Donald Duck, but I think they changed his appearance because of a lawsuit with Disney. But now Marvel Comics is owned by Disney, so I don't see why they couldn't change him back. I'm sorry, I'm talking over the articulation. So the head goes all the way around, arms go up. It's about yay high, which is kind of standard for a figure. You've got single joints at the elbow. That right elbow was a little stuck, but I unstuck it. We've got a waist twist, and there's a little bit of a crunch, kind of, sort of, maybe a little bit. The feet do move. Yeah, so you can move the feet. The hands move as well. There's no grip, it's just a flat hand, a relaxed hand. They twirl around. The hat does not come off, which is kind of a... I don't like that. And the legs don't move at all. There's zero articulation in the legs. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the accessory. So here we have Scott Lang's disembodied head. Now I'm going to be honest. Neither this nor the character model in the What If episode look anything like Paul Rudd. I don't know who this guy is. but he's not Paul Rudd. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is actually really cool. I do like this. Unfortunately, the plastic top, the clear plastic, it doesn't clip in to the base. So it just kind of sits on there, which is... I don't like that. It should probably screw on or clip in there, because otherwise it's just going to fall off. Next up, we've got the torso to the Build-A-Figure for Khonshu. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Because I actually would like a Khonshu figure, because I have a Moon Knight figure. I actually have a couple of Moon Knight figures. But I absolutely do not want the other figures that are in this wave to build this figure. Those other figures, I have zero interest in getting. I don't really like to get figures, Marvel Legends figures anyway, that are based off of the television shows or the films. I'll do it for a Hot Toy or a Mezco, but not Marvel Legends. I generally don't like them. Okay, final thoughts. So overall, I think this is a really good looking figure. I do have some big issues with the articulation though, especially in the legs. There are absolutely no knee joints, so you can't really move the legs. I don't know why they did that. It seems like a real letdown when this is supposed to be the main figure and not the Khonshu figure. The Scott Lang head is actually really cool. I do like it quite a bit, but oh, you know what? I completely forgot. I have a whole other toy to review. That mystery toy. So you know what? Let's go ahead and rewind and start this one more time. Go back in time, go back in time. Well, hello again. Our mystery toy unboxing will be Man-Thing from Marvel Legends. This 1/12 scale Man-Thing measures 8 inches in height. It's made of plastic, contains multiple points of articulation, and comes with an extra set of hands. And that's it. Alright, and here we have Man-Thing, based off of his appearance in the Werewolf by Night Disney Plus special. Now, as far as I know, this is the only Marvel Legends Man-Thing. There's not an official comic book release, much like the Howard the Duck figure. Both of these figures are based off of live-action or cartoon versions of the character, not the actual comic book versions of those characters. But, you know, on the first impression, this looks really good. The live-action version looked very similar to the comic book version, so I guess there's really no issue with having this version of it. So let's go over articulation. So head goes all the way around. The arms go up to about here. There we go. A little bit further. All right. Joints are really tight on here. There is a bicep twist on both of these arms. Both are very tight. Really good. There are single joints at the elbows, which are extremely tight. And, ooh, it actually hurt my thumb on that one. Now we've got, let's see. Yep, there's a really good rocker in these wrist joints. A nice hinge on there. It rotates very well. The base of the hand joint at the wrist, they're both curved to provide some smooth movement. We got an ab crunch and a waist twist. Legs go out to about there. That's pretty good range of movement. We got a cut at the upper thigh on both of these. Both are good. They kind of break up the sculpt a little bit, but that's okay. We got double jointed knees, which are extremely tight. Let's check out this other one. Yep, they're good to go. And we've got a pretty decent ankle articulation. Oh, pretty good rocker on this for such a large figure. Oh, so those are really good. And there you have it. There's the articulation on Man-Thing. It's pretty good. All of the joints are nice and tight, nothing too loose. You may want to warm it up a little bit because those elbow joints are extremely tight. Like I said, I actually hurt my thumb just a little bit getting that elbow to bend. But overall, it's good. It's got some good articulation for such a large figure. Alright, so here we have the one accessory, an extra pair of hands, some relaxed quasi-gripping hands. And as you can see, it's curved at the base, at the wrist, so there's some really smooth movement. I wish more toys would actually do this, because the movement is very smooth when you move the wrist. So yeah, these are good. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring Man-Thing back into the mix. We're going to go ahead and swap out these hands. Give the big guy a little alternate look. But as an aside, this is a really good looking figure. The paint work is really good. I do wish there was a little bit of a wash. But the paint application for the brown pieces and the light green pieces, they're pretty good. And as you can see, the hand swap out is very easy. In fact, I prefer these relaxed hands quite a bit more than the fisted hands. I don't think fists are a really good look for Man-Thing. He doesn't come across as a fisticuffs guy. But hey, let's go ahead and get him into a little bit of a dynamic pose, kind of a leaping pose. Although Man-Thing's not really a leaper, he's more of a creeper. Let me tell you, I got rhymes for days. You have no idea. Watch out, Kendrick! So I'm going to be honest, I did have a little bit of trouble trying to get him well balanced in a dynamic pose. He stands straight up very well, but once you start bending his legs, it becomes a little more difficult. It might just be me. I might just be having an off day. But I finally got there. Let's go ahead and bring in Howard the Duck, his little homie. Now, these two characters actually had quite a bit of history. The first time I found out about it was in, I guess, the late 90s, in the pages of Generation X. At some point, the entire team was split up. I think it was maybe because of Operation Zero Tolerance. At any rate, Artie and Leech were separated, and they somehow got hooked up with Howard the Duck and Man-Thing, of all characters. Oh, and here's Paul Rudd's head. And it was really my very first exposure to the comic book version of Howard the Duck. Oh, and there he goes. Don't mind me, I'm just fumbling around. In fact, I had no idea that he originated from Marvel Comics. It kind of blew my mind, to be perfectly honest. The comic book Howard the Duck was very existential and very weird. And I'm gonna talk about the elephant in the room. That episode. I haven't seen it. I kind of gave up on What If. Now, I'm not a Howard the Duck expert, but I think that episode may have been in line with the shenanigans that generally go on with his character. Again, I haven't seen the episode, so I can't really say, but I'm all for just really weird stuff in my What If episodes. That's actually why I stopped watching the show. It just got kind of boring in season 2. But hey, I got really off track. We're not here to talk about television shows. We're here to talk about action figures. So now, overall, what do I think? So the Man-Thing figure is pretty fantastic. It's big, it's bulky, it's chunky. The articulation is really good. Paint application is good. The sculpt is really good. He looks very Man-Thing-ish. This doesn't look like your typical movie adaptation toy. This looks really good. This looks very comic booky. The Howard the Duck figure, however, is unfortunately a mixed bag. The sculpt is good. Paint application is good. But that's it. Articulation is, it's a lot to be desired. I don't know why they didn't articulate the legs. He would have been perfect. He would have been absolutely perfect if the legs were articulated. I actually saw someone's custom of this Howard the Duck figure on Reddit. It looks fantastic. It looks really good. And you know what he did? He gave him articulated legs. So yeah, look at that. So it can be done. Look, if a customizer can do it, a multi-million-dollar company can do it. Okay, final thoughts. The Man-Thing figure I can definitely recommend. If you're into Man-Thing and you want this figure, I would definitely go out and get it. It's a great figure. It's big, it's bulky, it's chunky. Articulation is good, sculpt is good, everything is good. The Howard the Duck figure, however, I would only suggest this figure if you're a Howard the Duck fan and you can get it on sale. Only under those conditions should you get this figure. Sorry. And there you have it. You made it to the end of this review. All 5 of you. I'm being generous. All 2 of you. So that's going to wrap everything up. I am Rip It Open with Newman on Instagram, Threads, Fanbase, Red Notes, and Blue Sky. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will check you later.